So welcome everyone to our first game between CrocBoss and MMK. You can see though that I believe for some reason Ash is enabled. We'll see if they are gonna be picking up Ash. I'm not sure if Ash is gonna be enabled in the rule set, but in any case, we'll just let the players do their stuff. Interesting to see here for MMK, gonna be having Dodge, Fascinate, Jinx, Joran, Rebirth, and Calamitous for their lineup. On the other hand, for CrocBoss, we have Runaway, Tartarus, Pally, Cold Origins, Pythene, and Tricer S4K. Oh, is that a dollar sign? No, it's an S. So yeah, we're looking at what CrocBoss is going to decide to run right now. They are going to have a dive composition with the old school Lucius and Yata pairing. Interesting that the blue team of CrocBoss not going to have much healing in their arsenal. But here comes a jump on in from CrocBoss to the left hand side. Meanwhile, MMK gonna run standard 33 composition with an Ana to be its kicker. But anyway, here comes the two squads gonna meet by the second floor, and Dodge is already out dealing Cold Origins, but we do see a good focus fire here from CrocBoss looking for a target. Now Tartarus gets D-Mech, the Baby Diva trying to do some damage, gets a D-Mech onto his counterpart. And we do see MMK now taking the high ground. Dinks gets dashed, gets taken down. And look at the Genji close to that Dragon Blade already. Dodges though, putting the hammer on. This is gonna be an even trade for both squads, but CrocBoss does come out ahead. Runaway now getting a perfect quad headshot onto Fascinate. Here comes the Thai squad pushing on into, put the pressure onto MMK. Rebirth in a spot of trouble, and Diana able to get the takedown onto the Lucio. Dodge is now really low, ready with a shatter, needs to get topped up, gets the med back just in time, but will have to duel against the rampaging monkey. Goodbye Dodges, says Pythene. He's gonna try to jump to the other side, almost doesn't make it, but that second jump there does give him the space he needs. Perfect whip shot though coming on out from Dinks to get the environmental. That might be amusing here for both squads, but this is gonna be CrocBoss now on the retreat. Sleepguard connecting on the Cold Origins as well, and Joran getting that takedown. Perfect reaction from Rebirth, and MMK now in control. It's a good flip right there, and I hope you guys are having a good time in the stream. 4 ultimates ready here for the red team, and we will see Graviton and the Nana Boost close up for MMK. On the other hand, Dragon Blade is going to be available here for CrocBoss. They can also go for the offensive Transcendence if they like to do so. They are trying to get in position. The Arga start things off with a self-destruct onto the side, and Dix is caught out for some reason. Sound barrier now popped up by Joran, and we have the grab from Fascinate as well. Cold Origins gonna get taken out, but we will wait on Tricer, who does have the blade. It gets DK cancelled out though by Calamitous. Tricer not even given the opportunity to utilize it. Now a sound barrier is popped by Runaway, and looking at the strategy here for CrocBoss, they are just trying to isolate their targets, and Tartarus is doing so pretty handily with the Baby Diva. Baby Diva main, by the way, says CrocBoss, and the Bunny Blaster just doing so much damage. But anyway, it is gonna be CrocBoss now getting a good flip on back. It still does have the Dragon Blade, which might be a little bit of a blunder here for CrocBoss. They have held on the Dio Blade for such a long time already. Tricer not really utilizing it in an opportunity or two. I understand why he didn't use it a while ago. Self-destruct was a prime threat, but he got caught out when he shouldn't have needed to. But here comes a jump on in from CrocBoss. Cold Origins gets the punch onto Rebirth. Meteor Strike into the air, landing back down onto the ground. Combination now onto Calamitous, and the Diva trying to zip on back. This is MMK though in a spot of trouble. Another set of kills by the CrocBoss squad does mean that they are going to win out that fight. And there's going to be one more fight remaining here for MMK. In terms of ultimates, still the Dragon Blade available. The Transcendence has been held for quite a while by Pally as well. On the other hand, the MMK now gonna try to march Dinks close to the rally, but Dodges might be able to turn things around with a shatter. Self-destruct though into the backline, and it still gets Fascinate. Fascinate trying to go for the charge, but doesn't get it, gets blown up instead. And finally now we have the blade to try and be cut above to just slice through the front lines of MMK. Shatter does connect, but we have a Transcendence now after everyone gets back up. No kills going the way of MMK, and even with lesser healing, it is gonna be CrocBoss taking that one, 100-47. Score now 1-0 in favor of CrocBoss. And Nepal Village is usually the map where you would think that tanks would win out, but CrocBoss proving everyone wrong and showing everyone how to run the dive pretty efficiently. A quite just something to nitpick there for CrocBoss. Just the Dragon Blade not used for that whole game. Could have gotten 2 or 3 within the time span and just put on the pressure to MMK. On the other hand, just MMK struggling again to go off with a good start. We will see how the PH squad is gonna turn things around. They have decided to switch on out. Calamitous gonna be on the Zarya and Fascinate on the D.Va instead. Interesting for MMK though, that a few situations there, dinks and dodges, not really well coordinated. MMK now gonna go for a push again. This corridor build being tossed out by Polly, and CrocBoss will need to try and focus down a target with that Discord ward. We do see a 1-for-1 trade. Tries taking it out dodge, but Rebirth with the counter onto the Doofus. And Diana actually getting kill on the Doofus is quite a rarity. Here comes the Genji though. Tries to now into the backline. The Brigitte of things, putting on the pressure. And we will see the initial capture start off. MMK now in control of the point, forcing the Thai squad to back on out, running over Tartarus as well. And Fascinate getting that takedown. For me, Fascinate has been a pretty steady improvement on that D.Va compared to his Zarya, but we'll see how MK is gonna try to adjust this. I like seeing, though, Calamitous on that Zarya. You usually see your DPS characters, DPS players rather, on the Brigitte or the Zarya, because those are your damage potential heroes, just a lot more comfortable in terms of tracking. But MMK now has to deal with a charging Reinhardt, and Charizard has switched over to the Brigitte, but MMK does have control of this with the rally in their favor. Look at all that armor just stacked on to the PH squad. 3 kills already. We have a DMEC now on the Tartarus, and it's gonna be a stagger. Can MMK make this last longer? Sleep Dart now connecting, pushing the DB D.Va away. Could have capitalized a little better though, but finally there's the takedown. So MMK gonna have a free around 55 to 60% right now onto the point. On the other hand, CrocBoss does try to regroup onto their left-hand side. What's good about CrocBoss though is they're not pushing in, they're not looking for pokes, because their lineup isn't really suited for that. They don't want to give ult charge to the opponent, who does have 5 ultimates in their arsenal. Now Self-Destruct 2 start things off, gets nothing. Sadly the charge a little too late. Graviton starts out into the left-hand side. Calamitous getting 2, gets a third, and here comes MMK with the push on in again. Python gonna drop on down, and MMK just finally figuring out how to play this well. I like this switch up. Kalam on the Zarya, Fascinate on the D.Va, a little more comfortable for them. And really just a slow start there for MMK. Now finally getting the warm-up they need in that last round. CrocBoss though trying to regroup. They are running the 3-3 comp with a Zenyatta, so the Discord goes in full effect. Questionable self-destruct there. Fascinate not getting any distance. It does dissuade CrocBoss though from pushing on Iltin later. Now Tartarus taking care of Rebirth. We do see a clash onto the left-hand side. Patin just getting some kills with that hammer. Here comes Tartarus out in front as well. Another 7 kills, and the CrocBoss squad gonna be able to get the flip on back. Tartarus now trying to push on in, but it's gonna be dissuaded by the rest of his squad. The D.Va though looking for a few pokes here or there, just trying to get the self-destruct in a good time. On the other hand, Rebirth ready with the Nano Boost, and MK gonna go for the push again. Here comes the PH squad trying to get the Sleep Dart to connect. Sound Barrier is gonna be popped by CrocBoss after the Shatter doesn't connect. Graviton into a bomb. So many ults used by CrocBoss. Dinks with Desperation Rally, but this is gonna be MK faltering by the last moment. Sadly, they used the rally in a situation where they didn't need to do so, but MMK knows this fight is over. Just trying to not feed too much ult charge right now, as Fascinate here being staggered. The D.Va knows exactly what to do. Gonna go to the point to try and get the ninja cap. Calamitous now with the grab. They could actually take the flip here, but Fascinate still staying on. Here comes the D.Va. Here comes the Zarya. Overtime gonna be popped, and CrocBoss just staying way too long by the spawn point. Now Pali forces the Transcendence in the situation, because this is gonna be MMK cutting the squad in half. Solid initiation here from the MMK squad, but sadly CrocBoss still able to get the capture. It could have been great there from MMK if they were able to actually get some frags along the way. Coming into this next fight, they would be in a better spot. But they did force out the Transcendence, and a perfect eat there from Fascinate. Sambar and a pop by Joran, and here comes MMK on the prowl. Shatter now connecting on to the Lucio. Self-destruct is there as well. 3 kills right now for the MMA squad, but there's gonna be a big bomb here from CrocBoss. It gets Calamitous. Will dodge this, being able to stay alive with the D.Va out in front. He's getting healed up, however, and has that sliver of armor to keep him topped up thanks to the overheal from Daks. Now MMK looking to swat away the pesky fly that is Tartarus. The D.Va now getting D-Mech. We have a rally though from Tricer, but he's caught with the Brigitte, and that's gonna be to get the takedown for MMK. The hardest part of popping the rally when you're on that Brigitte is when the Reinhardt swinging away at your face, especially what Dodges is doing right now. Riberto with 2 kills. Shatter now connecting. Cold Origins to the floor, to the cold hard ground, and MMK at the last moment getting the capture and will be able to win out Shrine.
Score 1-1.
Score now 1-1. Gonna be all tied up as we move into Sanctum next. That was just a perfect execution there from MMK in terms of the stagger push. I like how they decided to play aggressive when they knew that the Thai squad was gonna force to be backing out because of Fascinate's presence on the point. But here for CrocBoss, they might see an Ashe here. That'd be interesting. No, gonna be switching over to the Genji instead. Fighting on the Orisa, interesting enough. No! They are gonna decide to go for the Orisa Roadhog and an Ana Zenyatta, so a very slow 3-3 comp here for CrocBoss. This does involve them trying to get to the point. On the other hand, MMK gonna go for the dive with the Sombra and the Doomfist. MMK will need to coordinate as much as possible with the Sombra and the Doomfist. The hack is gonna be potent, but Dink's gonna drop on down with a mistake. Reaper trying to get the sleep dart over the pit, but sadly doesn't get it. Hack does come on out, however, and now the Baby D.Va in a bad spot. Jordan looking for a target or two, getting the boop onto the Roadhog at the start, and here comes MMK just gonna go for the push on in. I like this composition here from MMK. It is gonna be a very coordinated effort for them, and they do get 2 kills along the way. They're trying to charge up their ults, and they are gonna try to discipline themselves on that EMP fight. But on the other hand, here for CrocBoss, they are gonna switch things over. Gonna be a Winston, gonna be a D.Va, and Cold Origins on that Doomfist. Let's see what CrocBoss has in store for all of us. They are gonna try to look for a poke or two, looking around for the Sombra, but they's now gonna cloak. Oh, he gets punched! And here comes the EMP. No, tries to kick on out. EMP now onto the back line, does get enough targets. Calamitous able to take advantage and take out the Zenyatta first. Gonna land now onto the ground, smushes Cold Origins along the way. Dodge is gonna get that nano boost as well, and MK now gonna go for the push. Very dangerous though here for Fascinate. Doesn't have the thrusters, almost gets spooked by Runaway. But CrocBoss right now gonna regroup and decide to switch on over to Reinhardt. Zarya, a McCree here for Cold Origins as well. That's gonna be an interesting pick off here to try and get rid of either the Sombra or the Doomfist. The McCree and his flashbang very, very potent against those two heroes if the combination does connect. But for now, we have CrocBoss getting on to the point. None for MMK. There's a pick up though onto Calamitous, and Daks self-destruct gets absolutely nothing. Jordan though keeping the contest alive, and Dodge is gonna drop on now. Dodge is losing his life. Nano boost, by grenade rather, gonna be tossed on out. Runaway gets that anti-heal, but it's just not enough. MMK just giving up the point with no real fight, and they could have actually gone for a pick off onto someone away from the point, but instead got their 2 DPS characters killed at the start. A small mistake there for Daks, and Calamitous does lead to a bigger capture here by CrocBoss. MMK though in control still by their gateway. CrocBoss in control of the point itself. There's the charge right now, and Daks with assassination on to Pali. The Sombra now looking for a hack. Here comes the Sound Barrier. MMK gonna go for the push with the offensive ultimate, but Tricer is ready with that play. Deadeye gonna be primed by Cold Origins as well. Doesn't get anything. Perfect defense matrix there. Fascinate now charging on in, getting 2 kills, and MMK gonna get the flip on back. They are gonna be in a good spot here. because they are getting to the 80 percentile. Just a one more clash situation for CrocBoss, and Calamus even getting the stagger onto Pali. The Transcendence was trying to be forced out, but good discipline there from the Zenyatta to keep the ultimate in check, but tries to now in a spot of trouble. Will run away before sees the Sound Barrier. He's gonna try to get to the point. Calamus with the Meteor Strike looking to do some damage. Gonna land onto Pythene as we do have the Lucian now onto the point. Zenyatta Transcendence as well from Pali, but 2 kills already here for the side of MMK. Rebirth with a good pick off as well, and here comes the blade, but it's counteracted by the support line. MMK winning this one 2-1.
Victory. Play of the game.
Play of game gonna go to Pythene, however, and this should be the one on Shrine. CrocBoss honestly showing such good form on Shrine, on Village rather, but just MMK able to outmaneuver them with their compositions. I like this composition here from MMK on Sanctum. Very creative, very standard, still pretty meta, but at least it's not the GOAT, it's not a 3-3, and these two heroes are game number 2 here. CrocBoss still on the left, MMK on the right, and we'll see MMK gonna start things off on the attack.
Ready for battle.
Interesting to note though that MMK gonna be switching things up, maybe go for a Wrecking Ball composition. That'd be sight to see here for dodge this. In the meantime though, just in case I don't want a blue screen. In the meantime here for CrocBoss, we will see a standard 3-3 comp, but again, a Zenyatta instead of an Ana, instead of a Moira. And if you guys don't know your 3-3 comps, there are 3 variations of the 3-3. There is the Zen, there's the Ana, and the Moira. And the funny dynamic about it, it's like a rock, paper, scissors. Usually, the Zenyatta beats the Ana. Usually, the Ana beats the Moira. Usually, the Moira beats the Zen. But we'll see now. CrocBoss gonna go for the attack, hiding onto the left-hand side, looking for some stragglers. They're gonna try to speed boost in, but Jordan with his own good speed boost. And now we will see MMK in a good spot to try and take this. A pick off now for Calamus. He's all the way by the gates. The Brigitte though of Tricer putting the shield up. And this is gonna be a 3-for-3 trade. Dingstyle gets caught out. And for MMK, they might want to just zip on by to the point instead, because CrocBoss now struggling to get the mobility that they need to march on in. Dodges on the other hand looking for a med pack or 2, but very scattered play here from MMK does mean they have to back on out. On the other hand, Cold Origins, they're spotting over onto Calamitous, and we will see a quick little reset. It does work out in favor of CrocBoss, but that looked like MMK had a chance to go for a tick or 2. But sadly, MMK not able to capitalize. Dodges though, trying to initiate something with the Wrecking Ball, looking for the pile driver, doesn't get too much. Tricer on the other hand, just swinging away, just swatting the hamster as much as he can. Looking at the point right now, it's gonna be CrocBoss just setting up by the right hand side. We do see the Brig and the Zen though just up together. Calamitous now with the punch on Tricer. No more bodyguard here for Pally. Will it be enough? Calamitous, 2 targets, 1 uppercut, get some kills. This Doomfist right now popping off. Perfect nano boost from Rebirth as well. So MMK, after a show of force on from that Doomfist, is able to get the capture within the 2-minute mark. Solid effort here from MK, especially the positioning from Calamitous. He was able to pick off the Brigitte in record time, just spotting out the Brig onto the left hand side, punching him to the wall. On the other hand, here we go with CrocBoss. The Diva and the Zarya ultimates are already willing and available. A grab self-destruct is a pretty potent combo if you can get rid of the barriers. Anyway, MMK though looking to be in control. EMP is available for Diggs. We have the Graviton Surge right now. Cold Origins getting Callum first. Dodge is gonna roll on in and going to die along the way. Fascinate now the next target. There's gonna be the stagger, and we'll see the Baby Diva now just struggling to get the attention that he needs. Fascinate though gonna get stunned up. He's looking to get a kill onto the Zen. If CrocBoss lets this happen, that's gonna be a vital blow here in their defense. And MK now ready with the call mech. Can Fascinate get it out in time? No, Shadow gonna be able to get the takedown along the way. But this has given MMK the space to go for the EMP and go for that rocket punch. 3 kills already. Just enough time bought by Fastlane, but at the same time, it was just CrocBoss staying way too long. If you are gonna stagger the D.Va, the best rotation for it is not to just keep it as long as possible, is on that moment when your opponents all have spawned, when there are like 4 or 5, the moment the 5th one spawns, that's when you go for the kill. Because any later than that means that the opposing squad will be ready to go for the attack. But anyway, MMK now ready with the 2 ultimates, gonna pop the self-destruct first, doesn't get anything. A rally dove here from Tricer, looking for a target or 2, spots out things by the arcade, and we have a sound barrier from CrocBoss as well. Now they have expended 2 of their support ultimates for that defense, which is gonna be a even trade so far. MMK not really losing too much in favor of their ults, tried to go for the self-destruct, didn't get anything, but now MMK just camping out this health pack along the way. Dodge though just being such a pest right now, gonna give some ult charge to his Ana, to his Lucio, but still both characters now already have their ultimates. He doesn't really need to do that, looking to camp up the health pack instead. On the other hand, here we have Daks looking for the hack, gets it onto Pythene, and they do know now that the Shatter is available, so CrocBoss will need to try to surprise them with other means. MMK gonna go for the push on in, there's the Shatter connecting onto Rebirth, and that's a sound barrier there from Jordan to save Diana in time. Good sound barrier from Jordan, but Rebirth gonna need a little more support after that. Nano Boost now available. Interesting though that no one from CrocBoss diving on to Diana. They are gonna siege up in front instead, and so much space made here by Dodge this, but he gets caught out by the balls or destructions connecting onto the hamster. Here comes a push on in now from MMK, and they're struggling to actually get the targets that they need. I feel like this hamster variation here for MMK not as potent as their Winston variation a while ago, so we'll see if Dodge is gonna decide to switch on out, or will MMK still try to force the Hammond out. Now we have the EMP, we have the mines. Yeah, does get a few damage here or there, but honestly CrocBoss in a pretty good spot. They only have lost their Winston. Calamitous now trying to bail his team out with the Meteor Strike, looking to land anywhere, but we have a chance right now. Pally gets in front of the Lucio, keeping him alive, and CrocBoss able to defend this for the time being. Dodge is right now struggling to get away. MMK gonna try to back on out. CrocBoss just in heavy control. And for the PH squad, it's not looking good here. They are running out of time. It's gonna be interesting to see how they are gonna play this. I feel like it's just a struggle for them to actually catch up to Dodge this. Now we are gonna sweep the Winston instead, and I like to pick better for MMK. They will see a more traditional dive, focus down on target. Is it gonna be effective though? That is the real question. Things already spotted out as he turns invisible. Here comes a push on in from MMK. They toss out the bio grenade offensively, but doesn't really get much in return. Here comes a jump right now, and MMK gonna go for the push again. Dodge is trying to back out. There's the rally. The shield's taking some damage. And for CrocBoss, they put the grab off the Jordan. The Lucio gonna fall. Self-destruct though into the top line. And it gets to huge bomb there from Fascinate. Pythene now trying to take the fight to the PH squad. Dodge is really low as well. And this is gonna be 3 kills here for MMK so far, but they're not getting any progress done. Dodge and Rebirth both do fall. Shadow though tag team by the 2 DPS. Here's the Primal Rage, and he's hammering away at the Doofus, but just too much damage done by the man with the gun, with the fist. And here comes Callum into the backline looking for Pally. Gets that kill. Sound barrier to keep the pressure on, and MMK now gonna be popping the overtime push. But CrocBoss starting things off strong, gets that takedown onto the Doofus. The Zarya out in front, needs some healing, but the EMP comes on now. Self-destruct though into the backline, gets absolutely nothing, but MMK is forced to vacate the payload. Now 3 kills here for the PH squad. Shadow now gonna try to go for the push on in again. The D.Va in a pretty bad situation, losing all the life. The CrocBoss now trying to keep the pressure on, trying to keep the contest alive. The baby D.Va doing some work onto Diana, but let's stay on Calamitous, getting the punch onto Pali. Now we do see Shadow though able to get the mech in time, and that is a big mistake here for MMK. This is very risky right now, allowing the D.Va to get the mech in exchange of getting more ultimate charge into this next fight. But the gamble does pay off for MMK, even though it's not really the most suitable thing to do in an overtime push. So with MMK's decision there to allow Shadow to get back into the mech and kill him more or less again, they do have the ultimate economy advantage in their favor. Self-destruct available here for Fascinate, looking for a big bomb. Rebirth close to the Nano Boost as well, and Callum and Joran do have their ultimates in to the next fight. On the other hand, Fascinate now on an Overwatch perch, looking to get some damage done. Dodges with the shield as well. Callum now into the fray, doesn't have the meteor strike yet, so it might be a little risky here for MMK. But self-destruct now coming on out into the middle line, gets to Fascinate. Beautiful blow up, getting a D-Mech onto Shadow as well. MK now gonna go for the push, try to round the corner, spots out the Brigitte. Tricer doesn't want to use the rally here, will be wasting it in this situation. Gonna try to back on out, but Pally gonna be an unfortunate consequence in this situation. Now for MMK, they do have the Ana on payload duty. This means that Joran is the only one getting sidelines off the DPS line in dive. So MK might want to back on out a little to try and regroup before looking to take the advance to CrocBoss. Cold Orange still bounce around, gets taken down by Calamitous. MK gonna go for the flank onto the right side as well, but we see a forced transcendence here from Pallies to start things off this next fight. Soundbarrier now popped by Joran, and MK looking to use the shields in the first part, but Python catching Dodge Dish. The Primal Rage wasn't used, and that is a big mistake there from Dodge. Rebirth gonna fall as well. Graviton Surge is there right now. Will Fascinate go for the bomb at the end? Yes, he will. Can he stay alive? No, he won't. Jordan looking for a good move, but doesn't get it. The Lucia right now skating around, going to fall to the hand of Shadow. But Dodge is now trying to make amends for his mistake, bouncing around by the payload. Over time, though, slowly dwindling. Here comes the Wicker. It's just shining like a beacon. Calamitous looking for the rollout, but doesn't get it. Self-destruct into the backline as well as CrocBoss able to prevent the full capture. And just MMK staying way too long on that Hammer, not really making it a good pick. They weren't able to capitalize on it because for the side of CrocBoss, they weren't bunched up enough. With the Zenyatta instead of a Moira, it does give you a little distance to work with. It turns into more 3-3 comp instead of a 6-man death ball. But anyway, for MMK, I like that switch onto the Winston instead. They decided to switch on to the Winston for a more traditional dive, and it looks like most of their players were a lot more comfortable with that one. Just trying to force out the Wrecking Ball in a situation where the opposing squad is very well coordinated does mean your demise in a few parts. Unless you are a absolute god with the Wrecking Ball, and at the same time, your team is well suited with responding at any point in time. It is a good pick. But MMK right now gonna go back to basics, and I will decide to run a dive comp with a Doomfist to start off the kicker. Oh, Dink's gonna be on that Pharah. Will we see a Mercy instead here for Joran, or will Rebirth actually switch on out for the old school Lucia Mercy pairing? So they are gonna decide to run a Goats comp instead, and they are gonna run the purple Goats. Gonna run 3-3 with the Zenyatta, the Discord Goats in full effect. On the other hand, here for CrocBoss, they might try. Oh, they're not gonna switch it over to the Wrecking Ball. They are gonna be just running the same exact thing. So mirror compositions are abound, and let's get into the fight with the Thai squad gonna go to the right hand side. This time, there is no engagement from MMK, no spawn camp to start things off, and they will be given the space to actually march on by. Oh, the difference though for both squads is that MK is running the Flying Goats with the Zen compared to the Standard Goats with the Zen. Here for CrocBoss, they are going to be playing a heavy ground game and decide to march on from the right to try and take the high ground from the PH squad. Here comes a jump on in from Dodge This to look for some ult charge, but he is all alone, and again Dodge This just diving by himself. He's not just a one player, it's gonna be a whole team effort. Now the team will be able to compensate Fascinate with a good response. MK now looking to get some stragglers in this fight. No one going into the water yet though for MMK. Runaway now trying to zip on by, deciding to drop down all by himself. But yeah, MMK there, so starting things off weak again. Dodge is caught off guard all by himself. Fascinate either did not respond fast enough, or MMK just with Dodge is just starting things off way too early. Either way, just a little more communication there with the tank line will help them out in the long run. Self-destruct now available here for MMK as we have CrocBoss going to the left-hand side, this time straight to the point, not trying to take the high ground. Self-destruct also not, however, Fascinate looking for an interesting bomb. It lands on his own team and dodges again does fall. This time though, it's just no help from the off-tank. Graviton Surge coming on out, Transit there as well, and I feel like MMK trying to force something that's not gonna happen. Party now popping the shatter, doesn't get much, but they have Calamitas isolated. The Zarya in a bad spot, Discord Dart onto him as well, and that's gonna be a takedown. Now Daks is ready with the rally, but he did fall at the start of that fight, so it will take some time for him to get into it. Dodge this, gonna leap on into the fray, going to fall to Pauli again, and the Zen just having a degree at exterminating wild animals. Here comes Pauli right now, tossing balls onto Rebirth's face, and for CrocBoss, a successful offensive here with 4 minutes on the clock. The problem for MMK right now is just they're not able to work well with the Winston in this situation, with Dodge is just being way too far off. Twice he got staggered in that fight, in that whole point A contest. And Rebirth already doing as much damage as Pally that can be. MMK as a whole not grouping up well enough. And it does look like their playstyle is a lot more akin to the standard goats instead of the floats itself. The flying goats does use the space that they are given. A Sam Barrier though is used up here by both squads. Graviton Surge by Cold Origins does get a large number of the MMK squad, and Daks is the first to fall. A while ago the Brigitte was the first to fall, wasn't able to use the rally properly, and this time same situation. Dodge is right now looking for a few punches, looking for a few kicks. Graviton Surge though from Calamitas trying to turn things around, and he has 100 energy, but Rebirth going to fall into the backline. A very chaotic fight here for both squads. Self-destruct though onto the payload, gets Fascinate, and MMK forced to back on out again. That was just such a bad fight there for MMK. They weren't, with their Winston D.Va pairing, they could be able to use the high ground to actually do some damage. Dodge is now switching over to the Reinhardt, and here comes the contest. Won't be enough for MMK. Yes, Fascinate getting one. Team going to fall. Daks now in position, but Tricer has his rally, and this might swing things in favor of CrocBoss. Graviton Surge is there as well. The Zarya and the Brigitte do fall. The Dodge is right now staying on to the point, keeping it alive, but he's going to die to the Zarya. Shadow with a takedown out the Rebirth again. The D.Va just bullying the Zen so many times. Fascinate here being staggered as well. And MMK having to defend the last part with 4 minutes. This is going to be a tough task for MMK right now. It's just, again, their playstyle not really suited to the composition that they were running. I like their more standard dive, I like their goats, but just the floats there, not really utilizing to its maximum potential. You can't fight a Reinhardt led 3-3 with a Winston led 3-3 and just expect to do the same thing that they do. A rally now is popped here by MMK. Daks looking for a kill, gets revenge on Piety. Transcendence is here from Pally as well, and CrocBoss now gonna go for the push right in front. We have Cold Origins, does have the grab, but Fascinate, no, Calamitas rather, gets his out first. Does he get any targets? They do get a takedown on the runaway. Now Daks with a kill onto Pally as well, and here comes the engagement here for both squadrons. MMK able to defend this. A solid effort there from Calamitas once again, getting a good grab, and just the backline kills there from the side of MMK, making it count. On the other hand, the Thai squad does have the rally available, and they are going to start the fight off with it. He is looking for a target or two, and this is going to be Shadow getting a takedown onto Daks. Self-destruct there, making it count. Rebirth now with a chance, but it's too late to save Dodge this as well. Now Fascinate looking for the bail button. Joran gonna bail on it by himself, gonna drop on down. I feel like that was a mistake there from Joran. Not really the best situation in this fight, because it's gonna be so close to the end. The payload just reaching for the objective. 10 meters remaining, make that 5. Here it comes. Can MMK make it? No, a C9 here from MMK. Just too late with that charge. CrocBoss now getting on the board, everything tied up 1-1, but we do have Calamitas with play of the game. This must be the beautiful pickoff onto the Brigitte, and the superbly positioned uppercut onto the 2 supports. Look at that, Runaway and Pally both do fall, and even catching out Pyteen as he drops on down. So solid effort from the Doomfist, but we'll be moving on to our next game. Just a lovely view here of some cherry blossoms. I know it's not really in the highest settings, but still, it's such a sight to behold. And one good thing that comes out from Hanamura is the beauty of the map aesthetic. I don't know much to say about the map itself though, but yeah, you know, let's see what these two squads are gonna be running into the next fight. For CrocBoss, they're gonna be on that first defense, and their lineup gonna be more or less sure on that goats with a Zenyatta. Pali has proven to be a strength in that role, just getting some frags with the Zen. On the other hand, here for MMK, we will see some role substitutions. Things probably gonna go on to the support, with Billy gonna be that second DPS. But anyway, CrocBoss now gonna play uber aggressive again, with Python just trying to skulk around. They are going to be taking the high ground here. And it's going to be an interesting fight right now as CrocBoss is in the narrowest of points. Will MMK fall for this? They are going to be dropping on from the right hand side. And they are looking for a pick or two. Billy has decided to be on that Roadhog. And it's going to be a solid 4-2 comp here from MMK. Daks is with the charge. But it's going to be CrocBoss taking advantage 2-1. There's a DMEC on the Fascinate again. And I don't understand why MMK is trying to make this Roadhog work in the face of a Brigitte. The reason why the 4-2 comp isn't as popular as it is anymore is really just the presence of this hero, the Brigitte. Such a bailout when you get hooked up. The armor, the bash, the whip shot, everything just messing up the Roadhog combination. But we do have Billy with a new setting on that Roadhog. Even gets a takedown onto Krytong. And for MMK now, this is such a good spot here. They are going to be able to go for the push on to the point. We do have the high ground though taken by Shadow, and Python now taking the fight to the attack line. CrocBoss in control, getting 3 quick-offs along the way. Shattered there, wasted by dodges. Billy also being ult battery. And that's another thing here for CrocBoss. They are going to get their ultimates faster than the MK squad with the Roadhog in play for the PH squad. Now, 2 ultimates are ready here for CrocBoss. On the other hand, here for MMK, we will see the Coalescence ready for Rebirth. So again, another interesting conundrum here for MMK. Will decide to try and force this one out. Rally now popped here by by CrocBoss rather. Krytong gonna go for the push, and a beautiful Graviton Surge here from Cold Origins. Pali going for some shots as well. There's the charge. Calamitous taken for a ride, and CrocBoss now getting 4 kills. On the other hand, here we do see MMK just struggling to make this composition work. They have wasted so much time already on this Hanamura attack, but I guess experimentation is one of the reasons we play in the Scrim League, and we'll see if MMK can make this work. Now we do the Roadhog ultimate of the Whole Hog now is available here for Billy. He's looking to get a pick over 2 with the right click, which he did so a while ago. Shadow on the other hand gets spotted out, has to fly out of the ramen shop, and here comes an engagement though by the streets. Self-destruct up on top, Fascinate able to push it down, but a sound barrier and a shield there popped by CrocBoss, honestly not needing the sound barrier. Their perfect positioning coming out from Python, and just a situation there where CrocBoss needs to trust the Reinhardt a little more. On the other hand, the MMK not getting a single dent with this push. Billy right now ready with the Whole Hog. They might need to use this ultimate to actually start things off. Yes, they do. Sound barrier as well. An offensive Whole Hog there, but you can see Krytong just getting the shield bash in time. Now Transcendence after the Graviton Surge, and here comes CrocBoss again. Grab now coming out from MMK. It's 2 kills, take that 3. Perfect grab coming out from Calamitous, and eventually they do get the position onto the point. First tick now taken, gonna get that capture more or less. On the other hand, let's already check out how CrocBoss is gonna set things up. Krytong onto the 3rd floor. We do have Fascinate though scouting out their position. It might be a bad time here for the Diva if Fascinate gets caught out by a speed boost push here from the side of CrocBoss. Yeah, no, they're not gonna get much. Billy looking for a hook attempt, but sadly he doesn't get anything on his reel. MMK though all over the point. Dodge is right now gonna get stunned up. There's the shatter, gets absolutely nothing. Can CrocBoss get another pick off now with the rally? They get the stun and a takedown onto Daks. Jordan, Fascinate though with a big self-destruct onto Krytong, but another CrocBoss swing here with 3 kills going their way. Fascinate now in the backline dueling against Shadow, but he is a shadow of his former self because MMK is struggling to make an impact here. Charge now connecting out of nowhere. We have the stagger. Officer Diva in patrol, but this patrol is gonna end on a low note. So CrocBoss right now just getting two ultimates in their favor. On the other hand, here is Rebirth ready with Coalescence, and MK gonna decide to go to the right hand side instead to try and take the high ground. On the other hand, here for CrocBoss, it's gonna be a struggle with the Shatter available, with the Self-Destruct available. CrocBoss right now looking to be in control of this fight, getting the Shield Bash done. Here's the Speed Boost though from the side of MMK. Huge Shatter! We have a grab! That was even a grab here from Cold Origins. I feel like that's a small mistake. Sambar as well, and interesting to note that CrocBoss already won that fight with the Shatter, but decide to follow up with the grab with the Sound Barrier. It's not gonna really work out in their favor, and Kaitong gonna give chase for some reason, gonna drop on down. So we do have the Rally, the Self-Destruct, and the Chasens available here for CrocBoss, but they could have had more. They could have had more in that fight. But on the other hand, MMK ready with 3 ultimates, and the Graviton Surge is being charged up by Calamtus. They are gonna decide to speed boost onto the point, and here comes the jump now from the squad of CrocBoss. Coalescence coming on out from Rebirth, however, and it does get a grab onto 4. Trotsen is now coming on out. Pally just healing everyone as much as possible. Shadow though gonna lose the mech, and is gonna be forced to use the Self-Destruct. Daks this time gonna fall as well, not really getting much with the Lucio, and this is gonna be CrocBoss again in control of the fight. Solid stuff coming out from the Thai squad. So what CrocBoss has been doing right is just playing the Brigitte over the Roadhog, and you can see the difference in the approach. With the Brigitte, you can play extremely aggressively. On the other hand, with the Roadhog, it's more of a reaction kind of lineup. You either react to a hook at the start, a hook in the middle, a hook in the end, or just go for the counterplay as much as possible. Now we have some comfort picks here for the side of MMK. Rebirth gonna be switching on over on that Ana. And now we have 3 ultimates here for the PH squad. They are gonna try to capitalize on a Sound Barrier push. But again, Cold Origins, quick on that old charge, quick with the Graviton Surge. He might pop it this time, but doesn't want to get it eaten up like last time. Fascinate with the quick hands. Now there's the Self-Destruct. Cold Origins gonna drop on down. Python though caught out, gonna fall. Here's the grab now from the side of the blue team, and CrocBoss putting Fascinate and Billy to the wall. But the Sound Barrier from Daks is well timed. 2 kills right now for the tank line. Dodge this, looking for a pickoff, but run away, just running away with this, dancing around. Shadow getting D-Mech cornered. Shatter comes on out, but it's gonna be a block here from Dodge this. Now Dodge with a vengeance gets a stun onto Python. We have a Transcendence though from Pally, and can Zenyatta keep this up? We have the Brig Rally, and he's just shining right now in the face of adversity. They dodge this though, gets the nano boost, and for the MK squad, they are gonna be caught in a position they don't want to be. Another 7 kills here for Cold Origins, an absolute MVP in this game. Cold Origins on that Zarya, always getting those grabs in time. Only got his Graviton Surge eaten once by Fascinate as well. And Python just cleaning up like a janitor. For CrocBoss though, the fight is not over yet. 35 seconds remaining here for the attack of MMK. Will it be enough right now? Because Billy did use the rally a while ago. Calamtus will need to turn things around, and again, we're gonna see Calam try to bail out his team. Will it be enough, however, because it's gonna be CrocBoss now in position to intercept. Will MMK falter, or will they be able to get the point? Self-Destruct now into the middle, and will get absolutely nothing. Graviton Surge coming on out though, but Sound Barrier is there in response. MMK has to send someone to the point. They were able to do so, but Fascinate now gonna get D-Mech. He does pop the Self-Destruct in time, but he's getting focused on by Cold Origins, but the Baby Diva gets out just in time. Now we have a D-Mech again. Fascinate going to fall. Calamity staying on. Shatter now connecting onto the Zarya. There's the charge, but Billy with the dodge, with the shield bash. Rally is popped. There's the nano boost as well, but he's all the way down below. Dodge is gonna get grabbed up. It has a perfect Graviton Surge there to end things. Can Billy make it up in time? No. The Brigitte going the long way around as well. And that's gonna be MMK faltering on that second point attack.
0 to 1. Switching sides. Initiating match.
So MMK there just staying way too long again with an experimental lineup, trying to run the Roadhog over the Brigitte, and you can see why the Roadhog has fallen out of favor even more so than it did from the old dispatch of getting the one-hit kill combination away, which is funny, because you have a Doomfist now in the lineup in meta that is so strong with the one-hit kill, and you took off Roadhog a while ago, so maybe Doomfist gonna get the same treatment in the future. But yeah, so the Roadhog has been buffed a little, but it's still not enough. It's really a struggle. I like the quality of light change on the Hulhog, but overall, Roadhog not really the best pick in a 4-2, in a GOAT situation, that kind of deal. But anyway, here for CrocBoss, we want to see some DPS picks as MMK gonna decide to run a Zenyatta. But this time, it's gonna be things on the Zen and Rebirth on that Lucio. So we'll see if Rebirth has gotten enough training, has gotten enough progress on that hero. On the other hand, CrocBoss now gonna be coming on out with a Brigitte, so this tells me that this is gonna be a 3-3 again. Oh no! It's gonna be the Bastion with the Symmetra, and they do have a composition that is good enough to move to a 3-3 if this fails. So Cole Origins gonna try to put the teleporter either up on top or on the point. Interesting teleporter placement. This is gonna be very dangerous here, and MMK actually taking the wrong advantage there. They decide to back on out, allowing the Bastions to set on up. Dodges right now, gets a takedown on the Krytong. But look at that D-Mech on the Fascinate. That could have been a lot worse here for MMK. Just a bad call to back on out. But they are able to just push on in the moment the teleporter happens. So for CrocBoss, they are gonna switch on to the 3-3 comp. A good attempt with a different lineup, but you know, we have to go with the basics, run with the standards, and try to make this work. That was a misplay on both sides. CrocBoss, the teleporter not by the point, and MK expecting the point, but see the teleporter out in front of them. It took them a while to respawn, but anyway, now the defense is gonna be still out by the gate. A small engagement here by the castle gates of Hanamura. Daks is though losing some health on that barrier, and we have Polly again charging up those balls, looking for a pick off R2. Transcendence is close here for the Zen, and here's the rally right now. Krytong gonna go for the push, everyone go onto the floor, and the Transcendence now in response, but Dodges gets a good pick on to run away. Grab the Surge is tossed out by Calamitas as well, but we have CrocBoss in this fight. Now the Zenyatta of Pally isolated, damage being done by the Zarya. Fascinate with a dive on in as well, and MMK now numbers advantage in their favor. They are gonna go for the push on the outside. Shadow being played around with Cold Origins, the next target. There's the stun, there's the takedown onto the Diva, and this time MMK is gonna be able to control this fight. MMK though ready with the self-destruct, gonna be ready with the sound barrier as well. On the other hand, here's CrocBoss trying to do the same thing, an offensive sound barrier, and maybe as offensive self-destruct, but here's the self-destruct from Fascinate, gets absolutely nothing. It's gonna be though CrocBoss out inside, and that is a bad engagement here from MMK. Now a Graviton Surge forced out by Calamitas, and it's just not gonna work out with the opposing Reinhardt Brigitte is in position to go for a pair attack, and your Reinhardt and Brigitte are not. It's gonna be CrocBoss winning that one out. Just another ill-timed engagement here from MMK. And if you guys need a TLDR on GOAT's comp, just a quick little rundown. Whoever stuns first pretty much wins. Whoever gets the stun first, the stun shatter, you get a pick off onto the opposing Reinhardt, you win your fight. And CrocBoss now proving it right, and they are gonna have 5 minutes to either get the win, or if they falter, it's just gonna be a tie. A rally though is popped, self-destruct onto the side, and Shadow gets to a huge bomb there from the Blue Diva, and here goes a push on in from CrocBoss again, taking control of the point. Billy isolated, going to fall again, and now Fascinate stunned up. The Diva struggling to keep the Sirens light up. There's the D-Mech right now, and CrocBoss just proving that they are in control of this fight, of this point. 4 kills right now. Dodges, trying to turn things around with the shatter. He does get 2, and a takedown off the runaway, and that's a potential pick off now for MMK in their favor, but it's just too late. CrocBoss taking the win, 2-1. So now MMK will not need to win the next one to just tie up the series. or else CrocBoss gonna be running home with this with a 3-1. We will see though how MK is gonna try to turn things around, and this was a beautiful Graviton Surge from Calamitas, getting a good flank as well. Yeah, just goes to show, when you make a big mistake on the first point, it can just snowball to the second. It almost happened there for CrocBoss, but MK really proving the momentum swing of 2CP. So welcome guys to Route 66, and now already we see a different composition for both teams. It'll be interesting if we do have the dive comp right now here for MMK. On the other hand, CrocBoss, yeah, just trying to mess around with a few hit scan heroes here or there. Route 66, a map that does have a lot of potential again with verticality. Not really too much entrance ways on the high ground for the attack. Like, you really need either mobility or you need to go around. Like, if you try to run a Reinhardt here, you have to go either this way or the stairway to even get up on top of the diner. So a dive composition might really be a good choice. But the moment you do get the momentum or in the payload in your favor, you can go for the 3-3 because it does force the opponent to drop on down. Anyway, now here for the defense of CrocBoss as the Jazz starts playing here for Runaway. We are gonna see the Lucius Zen again, and I like the old school pairing here for CrocBoss. It does tell me that their lineup as players isn't really too dependent on the support line in terms of healing. Runaway and Pali able to coordinate their ultimates well enough as well. And now Cold Origins gets the first shot there onto Billy, and it really goes to show the skill of this player. Just gonna be switching over from the Zarya to the Widowmaker, takes down 2. And for MMK, they're already caught off guard here by the Diner. Cold Origins looking for a pickoff. We have the Genji though of Calamitas tossing out a few shurikens to try and get some picks, to try and get some ult charge. But Rebirth again gonna get brained. We have Dodges now in a bad spot, and he's gonna fall to Krytong. The Sombra gonna go for the push, and this is gonna be CrocBoss with the spawn cap. MK just struggled to even make it out of the Diner. Looks like they haven't paid their tab yet. CrocBoss on the other hand trying to crack the crowd, trying to crack the payload to open up the next hero Echo. We'll see though if CrocBoss can be able to defend this for the time being, as MMK is looking for a position. And look at this, Billy playing cheekily. He's trying to go through the small opening there to try and get a shot onto Cold Origins, who does pop the wall hack. And for now, it's gonna be the blue Widowmaker putting on the pressure. Fast 8 gonna go for the push. He is pretty safe against the Widowmaker with the DM, but it really depends on how fast he's going to react. MMK in a spot of trouble, and there you go, there's the D-Mech. No Lucia here for MMK, so it's gonna be a lot of long-range bombardment from the support line. Now finally Billy getting 2, and MMK gonna be able to go for the push by the corner, dodges with a leap on in, and Billy now popping the infra side. The Winston though gets caught off guard again. Calamitas though with a beautiful dash onto Runaway, putting pressure onto Pali. He might turn pale in this one. The Zenyatta trying to get away, looking for the kicks, just trying to keep his accuracy up, but it's gonna be MMK again with the pickoff. The tank line though is back in action. Pali, Pyteen and Shadow rather are gonna try to take the high ground to look to regroup with the rest of the squad. They do have Cold Origin still on that Widowmaker, so a lot of pressure applied here by the blue DPS. Krytong though in position, gonna pop the EMP, looking for a target. Transcendence out of nowhere from Dinks, but the rest of MMK not in a good spot to actually group up. Now we have a chance here from the side of Pali, but it's a little early, and Calamitas knows the combination, gets a target away from the trans as well. Now Pali gonna be the next target after 2 kills here from the Genji, and I just love that play there from Calamitas, knowing the combo to get the insta-give even with the Transcendence in full force. MMK right now just in control again with this push, getting the first checkpoint by this point. And again, Calamitas just doing the impossible, able to bail out his team. Billy with some good frags as well. On the other hand, MK did have the right idea to hide things away in the tunnel with the trance, but MMK wasn't really in the spot to actually be healed up as a group eventually until the end. So that was a falter there by Billy. Cold Origins right now again just out-dueling the opposing Widowmaker. He's looking for a frag, gets Billy immediately, and damn, Billy just having such a bad time right now against Cold Origins. Just such a good play here from the blue Widowmaker. And I'll be interested to see if Billy is still gonna stay on the Widow or is gonna switch out to something else. For the meantime, it does look like Tracer can be a vital pick here, but Krytong just gonna fall to the hand of Daks. And looking at the lineups here, yeah, you can actually run the Tracer because there are no Brigitte in play, while the Sombra is good against the Tracer with the hack, just the Brigitte's presence itself with the armor, honestly dissuading that hero. But MMK now gonna still stick on with the Widowmaker, with the Genji, and let's see if MMK can actually finish this second checkpoint in style. Now we do have the MK squad just moving up in front. They are trying to take as much of the high ground as possible. Billy though up on top gets tagged by Cold Origins. 2 ultimates here for the side of CrocBoss, but 3 are available here for MMK. Now Calamthus and Rebirth gonna combo up Nano Blade into the tunnel, and this is just gonna be a massacre here in the Deadlock Gang Hideaway. 3 kills make that 4 here for MMK. Runaway though able to get the punch onto Calam, but again the damage has been done here by MMK. Perfect initiation. Calamthus with the big blade, big balls. Calam able to get those kills. Now CrocBoss again put on the retreat, but we do have Cold Origins stamping his ground, gets a takedown onto Billy. They are gonna try to go for the push, but Calam with the dash. Pally now getting the trade on back. This is gonna be CrocBoss in control. Now Python keeping the pressure on, getting the frag on the dodge. This Billy trying to back on out, but Runaway with the speed gets the shots, and Delucio with that final takedown. Now Fascinate in a spot of trouble. He almost gets D-Mech there, getting healed up by Diana, but just a good concentration fire by CrocBoss at the end, getting that takedown. And really, just a good coordination there from the Thai squad. It was just like, okay guys, we need to get the pick off onto the Diva, get the D-Mech as soon as possible. And it's just that last moment, just focusing down heavily onto Fascinate's hull. But Fascinate now getting the mech on back. Krytong looking to get some ult charge, ready with the Translocate, unless he gets insta-gib. Shadow now with a takedown onto dodge this, and now just CrocBoss capitalizing on the space made by the Sombra. But he has decided to switch over to the Tracer. Will it be enough here for MMK? No Brigitte switch here for the side of CrocBoss as of yet, but Python just taking it in his own hands, literally and figuratively. The Primal Rage just Fist of Fury right now. Dodge is gonna try to back on out, but he lands on the roof, slides off it, and there goes his corpse. Now for CrocBoss, this is going to be a situation that the Thai squad is looking to be in position to go for another offensive push. Cold Origins though doesn't have good sight lines, and I feel like CrocBoss should back on out just a little with the Widowmaker. Self-destruct tossed out however by Fascinate into the corner, gets absolutely nothing. Transcendence was forced out however with Pally not in a good position. Cold Origins now keeping his aim steady, takes care of Billy. Daks with a push on in, gets rid of the Sombra, and follows suit with the Trance. Now MMK and CrocBoss, no support ultimates in their favor with the Zenyatta, but the Sambar and the Nano Boost are available. Calam now whipping out the blade. Here comes the Nano Boost, said DPS ults, but no, it's just not enough. Krytong getting a hack on out. Calam gonna fall. CrocBoss gonna go for the push on in again. Python now by the corner, putting the pressure on the Rebirth. There's a counter leap and a counter Primal Rage from Dodge this. He's going for some punches, going for some quicks. EMP tossed out here by the side of CrocBoss as well. Krytong now taking care of things first, but still, CrocBoss in control even with the Sombra falling. MMK right now really just struggling to get past this corner. It's CrocBoss knowing exactly how to play this, and Cold Origins has had the hottest of all hot hands with that Widowmaker. It looks like he doesn't actually get the shot, miss the shot rather when it counts, but this time he does mess up the grappling hook, and he is gonna retreat quite slowly. MMK now gonna switch things over. We are gonna see a Hanzo here for MMK, and Calam on the Zarya. This 2-1-3, this 3-1-2 comp though, a little too late to actually make a difference. Unless the self-destruct gets a good pick off. Yes, they do. Fighting on the other hand, keeps fighting on, gets rid of things, looking to go for the Hanzo next, but he's in a bad spot. Gonna go for the leap, put down the pressure, but MMK now with the advantage. We have the Dragon Strike now coming on in by the side, looking for a target or two. Does try to go for the spawn camp, but it gets absolutely nothing. Cold Origins on the other hand with that Doomfist, gonna try to charge on in to look for a pickoff. There is a pile driver from Party who has switched over to the Hammond as well. Soundbar now pop after pickoff onto Shadow, and CrocBoss just gonna decide to let MMK to their own devices. This is gonna be a push on him here from the PH squad, and there you go. Okay, we even have a pause. The round is over. Okay, so the round is over. MK has no time, but that was a little awkward by the end. So just a very small server interruption for some reason. It's just one of those cases where you slightly lose connection, the game takes you DC, the auto pause is in effect, but you don't actually DC because you are in the time frame to reconnect without getting disconnected. So MK able to finish up the map, and it is slightly a lucky break, but that was just CrocBoss not really minding the payload. They literally left MMK to their own devices to go for the push. And this is gonna be CrocBoss now on the attack. MMK getting a small breath of fresh air in that one, and will be able to go on the defense in this one.
Never stop fighting for what you believe in.
So MK gonna decide to run an interesting comp. Are they really gonna go for the Orisa? And will they actually go for the Ashe? No, gonna go for the Doomfist. Instead, gonna have a Widowmaker here for Billy, who has been struggling against Cold Origins. So this might be not really the wisest pick, but Billy confident about his aim, confident about his skill, and we'll see if the Red Widowmaker can actually make a difference in this one. Now, an Orisa Roadhog pairing, and Fascinate gonna be on the Roadhog. Not really the most common sight for you to see, but is it gonna be enough? MK gonna decide to set up on top of the diner, dodge this, ready in position with the barrier as well. Billy looking for an entry frag, but it's gonna be an interesting fight as Cold Origins in position looking for some sight lines, gets no targets in his vision, and he does spot out the opposing Widowmaker behind the barrier. And for now, MMK gonna be staying by the gas station. CrocBoss on the other hand marching on with the payload. They are gonna put on the pressure with the Bastion now from Shadow. Python on that Orisa as well, and the barrier immediately falls just like a jam bursting at the seams. CrocBoss now looking to put on the pressure with all that lead coming out from Sentry Mode. 300 bullets can make a huge difference in this one. Dodge is now up on top. There's the hook though from Fascinate looking for a pickoff, but sadly he doesn't get it. Callum though, good Junkrat play, gets to making it raid with the grenade. Sleep Dart connecting onto the Bastion as well, and for now MMK is looking for a pickoff or two. They'll get in front of the sleeping Callum, just protecting their baby boy as much as possible. Running away from the hooks, getting out with his life. For now, MMK is going to be able to defend this. I just like the Roadhog Junkrat pairing here from MMK. The Junkrat is actually very strong in situations like this. We do see some switches, however, from the side of CrocBoss. Going to be going on a dive comp with a Brigitte and a Widowmaker. So an interesting comp right now. I think Krytong realizes this might be a difficult task for him. And Zen and Brigitte support line is very defensive. And when you're on the attack, you might need a little more mobility than that, but still, here comes the rain, here comes the grenades, here comes the pressure, and MMK is just full of it. Billy getting a shot onto the runaway. Now Krytong forced to back on out, and the Junkrat is actually a very good pick in dealing with a very bunched up comp like anything the Brigitte enables. So for now, MMK again on the prowl, just jumping down to the payload. Cold Origins though again winning out the duel, and he's all the way in the backline, so he's just looking to camp out the opposing Widowmaker. Will Billy expect this? That is the real question. Will he pop the Infrasight in time for a support? Oh, Billy actually knows that Cold Origins is all the way in the back. Infrasight now pop and gets a tag. Will it be enough for the frag? Yes, it is. Billy getting 2 shots, but Fascinate now out of position. Kalam is still gonna whip out the Riptire. Gets a pick off onto Pali. The Ana though still alive. Runaway keeping everyone topped up, but now Billy into the fray. Gets a frag onto Krytong, and MK up on top of the gas station once again. So we see a reset, some little sense of deja vu here for both squads, but MMK has been in complete control and has the advantage in terms of times and ult economy. Infrasight though is popped by Cold Origins, and he's looking for Calamitous. Sadly, he misses the shot, and the Junkrat now in position to go for the damage. Krytong up on top. Here's the Hulog however from Fascinate, gets rid of Shadow. Transcendence is popped by Pally to keep everyone up, and Cold Origins with a pickoff onto one. Now the Supercharger taking down Fascinate though, getting rid of Pyteen. Here comes the blue squad though of CrocBoss, pushing on by the payload. Calam's forced to drop on down. Krytong up on top, gets picked off by the Aris of all people, and MMK is able to defend this once again. Shadow though just keeping on the pressure. The Baby Diva now putting some dents on the Orisa, but Rebirth apparently is not only a biotics expert on that Ana, but also a repair engineer. The Ana now healing up everyone else and has an Ana boost available. It'll be interesting to note though how Rebirth is gonna use the Nana Boost, because none of his teammates are really good Nana Boost targets. Junkrat potentially, the Roadhog potentially if they have the Hulhog, but it's probably gonna be an ultimate for the save instead. Now Dragon Blade now coming on out, and Krytong knows this is the last chance here for CrocBoss. Gets the slash onto 2, and there's self-destruct onto Shadow as well. CrocBoss able to get the clutch at the end, and MK just not in the proper position in that one. Rebirth honestly tossing out the Nano Boost to no avail. Back guys to the game, and we'll see now Rebirth now back into the game. I guess there's a major error there happening for the MK squad. They are trying to reform their lines, but it's gonna be CrocBoss taking advantage of the slight lull after a pause. They do go on with a Doomfist Genji pairing instead. Probably getting a good snipe as well, but now Calamitous trying to turn things around with the Riptire, looking for someone by the payload, and gets the D-Mech onto Shadow instead. Wow! The Total Mayhem even taking down Cold Origins. And for MMK, they do have a shot at this, but they need to regroup because they're running around like headless monkeys, not really having a leader, no one in position. Dodges right now, keeping the pressure on by the payload, getting rid of Shadow, but really just these 1-for-1 trades are not the best for the defense. Finally, the swing of things does go the way of MMK. Billy getting 2, but that's just such a bailout there by the DPS again. Just in terms of tactics, MMK just running around for some reason, not really regrouping. They are trying right now, however, to get on a good position, and this is a good spot to actually defend. The second checkpoint by the Bridgeway is a good spot to drop on down, a good spot to actually get some frags with the sight lines, and even just a good position in general to counteract these dives. But Cold Orange is now with a punch on the Billy. Remember, the Doomfist capitalizes well on people close to the walls. Now the Doomfist looking for Daks, and Cold Origins with 2. A minute remaining here for the side of CrocBoss, but they are getting the progress that they need. Fascinate here being staggered as well has bought some time for MMK to get back into the fight, and dodges now all the way in the back, gets held back in time. Will it be enough? The Infrasight is popped here for Dodge to try and get on out, but he's caught by the Discord Orb and gets taken down by the chasing Winston. Now 30 seconds remaining, and MK forced to concede the second checkpoint. Self-destruct is there as well. Shadow now getting rid of Rebirth, and again CrocBoss getting the snowball push, not only in Hanamura, but here in Route 66. That was a good bailout from Billy a while ago, but this time CrocBoss just keeping on the pressure. You can see the momentum, the discipline for the Thai squad right now. They are just trying to keep the push alive. On the other hand, MMK has decided to stabilize with a 2-1-3. Fascinate with the bomb into the backline as well. Gonna get a kill onto Pally. Krytong though with a dive onto Baby Diva. But here it comes MMK trying to deal with the blade. Billy though gonna fall, but Dodges has the bigger weapon, has the bigger melee weapon there with the hammer. Nano boosted up, looking for some damage. Pyteen and Shadow with a good dive. The Winston just has been so good with the Primal Rage, but this time has to back on out. Callum now shocked up by the Tesla Cannon, and here comes Dodge and Fascinate out in front. A minute remaining here for MMK. Will it be enough? The truck gonna be a good spot for anyone looking to go on to the second floor for either side. Pally caught out by the Reinhardt, but there's the shatter from Dodge. This gets absolutely nothing thanks to the chance of Pally. Meteor Strike now tossed out by Calamitous, and it's just too late to save Cold Origins. The Soundbarrier now allowing the rest of CrocBoss to go push as 5, but Krytong taking it up, gonna immediately smash into the wall and lose his brain. MMK still staying on with the Transcendent, and Dodges has decided to switch on over to the Wrecking Ball. Pally now gains a free reign up on top, and as I was swing before, the high ground advantage here. He has the high ground and he can dodge this to score it up. A rally though from Billy to try and keep the push alive, to try and keep the defense alive. Will it be enough as there's a high noon all the way in the back line? The Deadeye trying to mark its target, and Billy gonna be that first one. The payload though close to the end. Will it be enough? Yes, it is. It's another overtime push. No one dying for either side. And it's gonna go to another round.
Score 3-3. Switching sides.
So a minute remaining for both sides. Who's gonna be on that first attack?
Initiating.
Oh, it's gonna be MMK on the first attack. A minute to a minute down to the wire for both squads. And MMK right now is just playing not to lose. They just need to win this map to draw out the series. On the other hand, CrocBoss looking to win this one 3-1. Gonna be an interesting conundrum here for either side, as we do have MMK gonna maybe try something a little different. Here for the defense, however, CrocBoss has known to stabilize and stay on to something that they're more used to. Gonna go for the 3-3 composition with a Zenyatta again in the backline. Pally, I guess, is just a player who really loves playing the Zen, and CrocBoss knows how to play with the Zen pretty efficiently. But in the face of MMK, they are gonna go for the dive comp with a Genji Widowmaker pairing. It might be a difficult task here for Daks and Rebirth though, because they might get caught out by this oncoming attack with the bulk of the defense out in front. So now the diner gonna decide to open its doors, but this might be a complete massacre here for MMK, and Fast8 already spotting them out. This is gonna be MMK trying to retreat back into the diner. They are just scrambling around, and Fast8 in a spot of trouble. Billy gonna fall again, and for MMK, they are gonna decide to stay inside the spawn, switch on things over to the Winston, to the Reinhardt instead from the Winston. I feel like that just was such a late call there for MMK. It took them a while to back on out. Billy trying to force things with the Widowmaker as well. Gonna get absolutely nothing, forced to go on the Hanzo instead. And now the payload still stuck on its default spot. Can CrocBoss actually defend this at the start? That is gonna be such a big deal here, as now it's gonna be a 2-for-1 in favor of the attack. Demon coming on out onto Shadow as well. But Fast8 and Dodge is gonna be back into the fray as soon as possible. CrocBoss trying to do the impossible. That's why it's not gonna work out in your favor. MMK finally gonna get the push. The Zenyatta of Pally trying to get the way, and overtime now has been popped. The good thing though for CrocBoss is any fight that they do win will mean that is the end of the round of MMK's attack. But Calamitous there getting the stagger onto Pally, and that is a huge pickoff onto a Zen that takes a while to get back into the fight. Dragon Strike is available, and Billy now gonna launch it into the tunnel. It gets eaten up though by a Shadow, and that was just a good bait and switch from the Blue Diva. Perfect initiation here from CrocBoss right now. They have gotten rid of the Dragon Strike. They are trying to regroup as one. They are gonna go into the tunnels, I believe, as Fast8 will meet them in pitch combat. Dodge is gonna intercept. He gets stunned up, but for MMK, they are gonna decide to run the nano boosted Reinhardt. Rebirth popping that ult just in time. Self-destruct into the middle, gets rid of Cold Origins, and the D-Mech onto Shadow as well. Now Pally caught off guard. Billy gonna fall, however, after the takedown onto the Zen. Dodge is out in front. Fast8 with that kill. Shadow knows this one's over, and MMK gonna get the first point. I feel like that defense there from CrocBoss just a little too ambitious to try and defend on the first part of the map. Literally not even allow the payload to push just even an inch. And just MMK now just able to take advantage of their hubris. MK right now gonna go for the push on, and Fast8 with a good stagger kill onto Cold Origins to start things off. This is gonna be another push for MK uncontested for the time being. Now we have CrocBoss trying to set on up, and they look a little flustered right now, trying to figure out how they're gonna take this one on. Kraitong on the Brigitte, and it's gonna be a more or less even matchup here in terms of ult economy. MK gonna get theirs a little faster, the ones that aren't charged up. 4-4. Graviton Surge now coming on out. We have a chance to try and rescue the rest of the MK squad, and here's a Dragon out of nowhere. 3 kills already for the attackers. Run away, trying to run away with this. Shadow and Cold Origins are there as well. Someone needs to stay with the payload, and MMK is taking notes. Dodge is right now swinging away again. Billy looking for a shot on the runaway, sadly doesn't get it. Looking for the Storm Rounds, doesn't get it again. Just tossing everything at that Lucio, but he's not taking any. Now this overtime is pretty vital here for MMK. If they get the second checkpoint, it increases the chances of winning trifold. Just such a long distance right now within the minute. But here's a push on in. Self-destruct now onto the skyline. Gets a kill onto the Lucio. Runaway, not expecting it. Self-destruct though coming on out from the side of Shadow. Gets a takedown onto Dodge this. It's pretty even though for these two squads. And Pally is caught by the wall. Now there's the MMK squadron in full effect. Numbers in their favor. Can they make the capture in time for Dodge to spawn on the second checkpoint? Yes, they do. Now this gonna be MMK again in formation. Spawn advantage in their favor for the time being. On the other hand, CrocBoss waiting on for Shadow to respawn. This is gonna be another corner defense, but CrocBoss has proven a while ago that they know this corner so well, and they have made love to this corner for some reason. But MMK now just trying to force their way, gonna get inside, gonna go for the push. CrocBoss staying on the left-hand side. Python keeping an eye on the doorway. Dodges out in front. This might be the Shatter 2 and all. Shatter Sleep Dart connects, but no Shatter tossed on out. Python immediately woken up, and we have the rally. The platform gets in our way, but no one now in the way of MMK. They are gonna try to go for the push, but there's the stun. It's gonna be MMK forced off the point, but the Transcend is there to keep the push on. And a huge Shatter with a Graviton Surge. MMK now tossing everything at the CrocBoss squad. It might be a little too much, however, because they still have one more fight to go. Pally forces the chance to get on out, and then Zenyatta trying to stay alive, but falls to the hand of the Hanzo. A team kill now for MK, and they are close to the end. They are gonna try to set up onto the second floor. Sonic Arrow is prime, and Billy gonna launch it onto the doorway. I think it doesn't really get much though. It gets absorbed by the spawn points invulnerability. We have the right flank push here, and Dodge just gets stunned up. They need to stay by the payload, however. It's gonna be close here for both squadrons. Big nade from the Rebirth. There's the Shatter though, and here comes Python. He's just keeping the fight going. MMK almost leaving the point, and Dodge is now with the charge fast. Getting to beyond the grave, and they have a D-Mech on the Shadow. Self-destruct though into the backline. Daks needs to float on that, but Shadow gets to. The only one left is Dodge this. He can't dodge everything, and MMK almost, but not quite finishing the map.
Score 3-5. Switching sides.
As a substantial score though for MMK. 5 points on Route 66 is a ridiculous score line, and they are feeling pretty good for themselves right now because it's such a long distance to go with 1 minute. All they need to do is not get flustered, not make a really big mistake, and 1-for-1 trades will actually go in their favor if the spawn points are just right. But anyway, now gonna be CrocBoss on the back foot, try to salvage something, and that was just too much for CrocBoss. Just trying to defend here is way too ambitious. You get the first one done, yes. You can get a few kills on the second one, yes, but you can't full commit on it. The opposing squad does have the spawn advantage. It's literally right there. It's so close to the spawn. I am literally just jerking around the mouse for such little to show you how far the payload is at the start to the initial spawn point. And CrocBoss just, that was way too much. That was way too much. MMK is not a team you can roll over like that, and they have learned their lesson. MMK, interesting enough, gonna try to do the same thing to CrocBoss. They do have a different comp though, gonna be a Zen Ana, because the both of their players now on the support lineup not really too comfortable with the Lucio. Dodge this out on the side. Here comes a drop on down, but this might be a big mistake here for MMK. Dodge gonna fall immediately, and yeah, there you go. The big mistake there for MMK is trying to do this with a Zen Ana. You can't really fight with a full commit when your lineup is one of bombardment. The sidelines need to be perfect, and Route 66 is not a clear map at the start. So an easy win there for CrocBoss. You see how fast Dodge just died there. It was just like, you're gonna die real quick, and Dodge is gonna get stunned up, take it down. The Reinhardt having no ult charge in his vein. But for now, CrocBoss try to march by the first checkpoint. They are going to be rounding the corner already. In the meantime, we have MMK setting up in position. Dodge is now out in front. Fascinate is scored up. There's the stun again. And the ult economy in favor of CrocBoss. They need to get some picks. Calava's going to get really low. But Daks with a counter kill already onto Pally. Can the Zenyatta make a difference here for MMK? The presence of the Discord work will be huge. Graviton Surge though coming on out. Will it be enough here for CrocBoss? Yes, it is. 3 kills already. Rebirth trying to charge up his ult. And MMK on the back foot again. Just trying to get on out. Krytong keeping the pressure on. And this is going to be CrocBoss with the first checkpoint. So this time, MMK has to reform their lines, has to figure out how to play this one. For now though, MMK does have 4 ultimates available and will be close to the sound barrier and the self-destruct. On the other hand, here for the attack of CrocBoss, Pyteen, as well as Runaway and Shadow ready with their ultimates. It might be close here. This might be the fight for MMK, or will CrocBoss keep going with the steamroll train, just keeping Choo Choo, gets the D-Mech now, chewing through the armor of Fascinate, and here goes a big bomb. He does get a kill on the Rebirth, who drops on down. Calamity now caught off guard. Good charge, however, coming out from Dodge this, and he gets a kill onto Pyteen, but he's in a spot of trouble. The Brigitte now caught off guard. This connecting as well, and there's the damage done. But Calam and Dodge is staying together. Daks needs to be protected as well. Here comes Cold Origins. He's keeping on the pressure from the high ground. 100 energy to his name, and he's doing it. A lot of damage, a lot of energy, and a lot of HP this time. Charge doesn't connect from Dodge this, and the Transcendence from Daks is gonna wind on down. Grab the surge coming on out from both squads. There's a soundbar from Rebirth, but it's too late to save Dodge this, and I feel like MMK will need to get bailed out by the self-destruct, but it gets absolutely nothing. Here comes CrocBoss again on the prowl. Rebirth and Calam though do get 2 pickoffs, but this is gonna be MMK not getting the kills in time. Spawn advantage gonna be in favor of CrocBoss in this one. If they can get the second checkpoint just in time. Fascinate now keeping the struggle on. Dodge is switching over to the Wrecking Ball as well. And interesting enough, Billy gonna be on the Tracer, but we'll know he has to switch on out for this Desperation defense. So now we have a Junkrat here for Billy, and I think I like this pick if it does work in the close quarter corners. Kalana's still gonna be staying on that Zarya, so we have a 3-1-2 right now for MMK. Not too much healing in their favor. Lucio Zen again is such a low heals lineup that it does involve getting the pickoffs a lot earlier than your opponent. Now here comes the rain, here comes the grenades, just everyone playing tennis right now with Billy on that Junkrat. Shatter doesn't connect. Self-destruct coming out on the side. It won't be enough. I clipped into the wall for some reason, and CrocBoss doesn't get anything from those 2 ultimates. Dodge is now gonna drop on down. Here comes the Reinhardt, just in the face of so much adversity. They are gonna be able to get the grab on out, but there's the sound barrier as well as the trance. The full support ultimate does work in the favor so far of CrocBoss, but now there's the self-destruct toss out, and Fascinate gets 2. Cold Origins and Pally both do fall, and those are huge pickoffs. Here comes another explosive. Driptar doesn't get much, but Krytong is still caught off guard, and MK finally getting the numbers advantage. Stop the push, stop the madness, and win out the map to tie up the series. That was the most intense Route 66 game I've seen in quite a while.
Play of the game.
Absolutely huge stuff right there. In the meantime, I think that's the end of the series. We only go to 4 rounds. I'll just give a shout out to the follows today. Thank you for Caramelza and Captain Turtle. Thank you for the follows. Both Zenyatta's absolute MVPs. And I think that's gonna be our series.